we're not gonna mess this one up because...
Just because.
Whatever you want to call it, I don't know. It's okay. I need to use more than one word. That wanted 5 years to certificate yourself. Hey guys, it's Manda the CMA here again. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, I talk about anything and everything medical assisting and beyond. Today I am actually doing this as a 2017 update to a video that I had done in 2016 called Let's Get Certified. There are a couple updates, actually. There's just one that I know of, and it's kind of an important one, and it's something that is very exciting for the medical assistant community. So we're just going to go over everything all over again. Let's get started. We're going to talk about what a certification is. As you all know, I am a CMA, so I'm going to be talking from the certified medical assistant point of view. There is also an RMA test, a registered medical assistant test, and it is accredited through the AMT. So I do not talk about that test because it is not as prevalent as the certification test, and because I'm a certified medical assistant. So of course I know a lot more about being certified and not registered. If you'd like to keep watching with an update, stay tuned and let's get started as always. So the first question I think that we should probably go over, the very basic of basics, is what is the certification for? What is the certification in general? A certification test is something you take after you've graduated from medical assisting school. It is not a part of medical assisting school. With the certification, this is a test that you take afterwards. It's an aptitude test that tells employers and tells yourself that you know everything that you need to know to be in a clinic or wherever you plan to work. The thing is that it's an optional test. You do not have to take it. However, a lot of employers are seeing this as something that they want their medical assistants to have, especially if you're right out of school. It's a big thing because this is an aptitude test that says, hey, I just got out of school, but I'm able to do everything that you want me to do. I am knowledgeable about the field and I would be able to help your company and I would be beneficial to your company. This test is brought on by the American Association of Medical Assistants. There are two different companies that do these tests. It's the AMT, which is the RMA test, and there's the AAMA, the American Association of Medical Assistants, and they bring the CMA test to everybody that's a medical assistant. The good news about the AAMA is that they have live people that you can chat with, and they do actually know a lot about it because that's their job. Their job is to know a lot about accreditation, any kind of changes, how to do your CEUs. I've always got a straight answer and it's always the right answer, which is good because you know you sometimes call some of those facilities and they tell you one thing and it's not the right thing. You call back and they tell you something else and you can never get a straight answer. So another question that I get sometimes is, how do you qualify for the test? The only way that you can be certified and become a CMA is if you went to school and paid your dues, aka your student loans, or however you paid for your classes. And you have to have graduated with a diploma or AAS. The good thing about this is that you do not have to have a certain GPA. So there is no rules with that. It's just you graduated from college, that's great. Let's put you to the test and see how you do. If you do good, that means that you've earned the title of CMA. The other thing about the schooling, though, is that your school has to be credentialed by CAHEP or ABHES, and I will leave the acronyms up here because they're a little bit complicated. I will clarify now. So CAHEP and ABHES is a credentialing for your school. That says that they're okay to offer you those classes because they meet their requirements. And for the students, on the other hand, CMA and RMA are brought on by two different agencies for those students, saying that you are okay to be either a CMA or an RMA because your school met their requirements. So I'm actually glad that I'm redoing this video because my first video that I did about certification. I think it was back in yeah, I was wearing a Santa hat. So it was back in December of last year, and I had only had my channel for about a month and a half or so. Now going back to it, I had to watch the video, which was like super painful because it's so much different how I do everything and my personality on here. So I'm able to actually fill in more blanks that I might not have last time, which is really nice. And I was kind of able to break it down a little bit more. The next question that I actually get is how to prepare for the test. A lot of people are really nervous about preparing for the test, and the thing that I tell everyone is not to worry about it. And I know it's a hard thing not to get stressed out for taking a huge test that you're actually paying for, but you have to think of it in the same sense of when you were in school. You had to take tests all the time. It's exactly the same thing. You just have to know what you've been learning already. So go back to your textbooks, go back to things that you've learned before. If you need help, you can probably go back to your instructor. I know at my school that I went to, you could always sit in on classes and relearn things that you might be a little rusty on. Another way that you can prepare yourself is to go on the AAMA website. They actually do have a lot of different tests that you can practice with on there. Another thing that I've done before is actually going through the questions with other medical assistants that I've worked with and saying, okay, let's go through these questions and I want to see what your answer is. I'll think of my answer too, but I want you to answer first. And then at the end, we're going to go through everything. So it's never a bad idea to study with somebody that's already become certified and has been there, done that. Somebody or a group that you went to school with and you are all studying for that test. It's really good to have a study group, just like you would in college. I'm actually working with a girl. She is a medical assistant. Her graduation ceremony is actually in a week or two, I believe. This was kind of good timing for this video too, because she had so many questions. She's training with some LPNs and our nursing manager, so she hasn't really gotten to train with a medical assistant. I really enjoy teaching, and obviously that's why I'm here. I was with her for a whole shift, and I wasn't the one training her in, but she was still trying to get everything settled for the medical assisting exam with the CMA. And she's like, I'm not ready. I know that I'm not ready. I've taken the prep test with my school, I've done the study group, and I keep failing it every time. They keep giving me 50%. Well, when you go in for the medical assisting exam, this gets very, very complicated. So what they actually do is they take a control group. So they take medical assistants that have recently taken the test. They see how well they did, how many answers they had correct and how many answers they had incorrect, and they actually put you against them, if that's what, it's like a percentile. So you did better than 50% of people that took the test, so you pass. I'm not exactly clear on how it works, and it does get really complicated. I've tried to explain it. Albert Einstein always says, if you don't know how to explain something, then you don't know enough about it. And I feel like these are one of the things where I feel like I know enough about it, but I still can't explain it because it's so confusing. Now, how do you sign up for the test? That's another thing. You go online to the AAMA website, and you can either snail mail or do it online. You pay the amount that you're supposed to pay, and if you look on the AAMA website, it'll tell you which category you fit in with and how much you need to pay for the test. They're going to contact you and say, okay, you have from November until January to take the test. So they give you a 3-month window. With this past time, I even did it with the time before. I did it the first time that I took my test, is I signed up right away. I was like, okay, I'm going to give myself 2 weeks to study everything that I can, and I'm going to cram everything in and just take the test. Get it out of the way. That's the best advice that I can give you, is don't put it off. Don't wait until 6 months down the road to take the test, or don't not take the test because you think that you're never going to be ready for it, because the longer that you wait, the less that you're going to remember from in school and the less that's still going to be relevant. I remember the first time that I took the certification test, we were talking about paper charts. We didn't have anything about social media and HIPAA, which is kind of common sense. You don't want to post anything that's HIPAA related on anywhere. What you'll do is you'll go through the whole entire test, then it'll tell you if you pass or fail. So of course you're gonna pass, and what you do is you just get up out of your chair, do a little happy dance as you walk over to the guy that's got more information for you, and then they will actually notarize something for you that looks like this. And literally all it says is pass. And this is very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. You don't know how well you did. You don't know if you just got by with the skin on your teeth, or if you like did better than anybody that's ever taken the CMA test in their entire life. This does not count to employers usually. Sometimes they'll bend the rules and say, well, since it says pass and since on here it says that they congratulate you on passing your certification exam, blah, 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 that they'll just take it. But there are some places that won't take this. Then you gotta wait another 3 weeks to get another piece of paper in the mail. So there are 2 pieces of paper here. I think you get both of them separately again. One of them says how long you're certified until. So now my certification expires in 11 of 2021. Oh my God, that's so... I'm gonna be so old by then. Did you know that? Anyway, you get your certification, recertification, performance report on here. So this you finally get in the mail after you've already got stuff in the mail and you've been waiting for it for over 3, 4, 5 weeks, and it tells you actually how good you did. So like I said, these numbers are ridiculous. These numbers don't mean anything. This is the percentile. So I really don't know what that means. All you really need to know is if you passed or failed, and then it gives you the score on this piece of paper. So after all this junk that you've already gotten, so you've already gotten 3 pieces of paper, you're still missing one thing. What's that one thing that you think that you're missing? You're waiting for your certification paper to finally come in the mail so that you can show your employer, hey, look what I did, and you can hang it on your wall so that you can say, hey, me, look what I did. I passed a certification exam. And this is really what you've been waiting for your whole entire life, right? So you went out there and you found a school. You went to school. You passed your school. You did your externship. You graduated. Then you studied the crap out of the content for the test. You signed up for that test, you finally took it and passed, and now you're waiting for this in the mail and you finally get it. I was so excited when I finally got this in the mail, because after all the hard work that I had done, all the hard work that we do as medical assistants, we finally have something that really, really makes us happy. So the big news for 2017, the AAMA has opened up the test to medical assistants that were outside of the 5-year mark. So 5-year mark, which a lot of you won't know about anymore since they just eradicated it. The 5-year mark was you had 5 years to get certified, and after that you could never be certified in your medical assisting career. Now they've actually changed that, and I'm hoping it's because they realize that there are a lot of medical assistants that they were just MAs, they weren't CMAs, and so they weren't able to have all their doors open to work at any clinic that they want to. I see it as just a very, very good thing. This is the 2017 update that I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for, and I know some of you seasoned medical assistants that are not CMAs, I know that you've been probably waiting for this too. Now every door is open to you. Every door is open to us as a medical assistant community. So everyone, I hope you liked my 2017 updated version of Let's Get Certified. Like always, I hope you enjoyed my video today. I hope you learned a little bit of something. Sound off in the comments box down below if you have any questions, suggestions for video content or anything else. Hopefully you guys liked my video today, and I will catch you soon. Bye guys.